Well, speaking of social media and how stupid people are.
Yes.
And, everybody seems to have some kind of link to the outside world via their social media.
Right.
And I got to be honest with you. And I know I've said this on the show. I am so glad I'm not hooked into that.
Into social media?
Yeah, because I don't give two shits what everybody else is doing. I really don't.
Right.
I don't care what you're doing or what your viewpoint is or what your daily tasks are.
Yeah, but you don't like human beings in general.
Yeah, well, that is true, but I got my own life to live. I don't need to live vicariously through your stupid experiences.
See, I'm going to disagree slightly with you, though. The life you live is with yourself. You rarely... you've been in Chicago how long? 12 years?
12 years, yes.
12 years. And in 12 years, do you have 10 friends?
No.
In 12 years?
Well, it's not that I don't haven't had interactions with people.
No, but you don't like people.
Well, no, it's just that the people that I have come in contact with or have, befriended, I'm just going to say befriended, didn't last very long.
Okay, here I'll paint you a picture. When you went to Megadeth, okay, you went with Nathan from Kentucky, right?
That's correct.
And you guys had a good time or whatever.
We did.
And Nathan, I'm assuming, was visiting some friend of his?
No, he and his friends came up from his friends in Indianapolis. He hooked up with them, and then they came up and did the show.
So he had friends fairly local to you, not close.
No, well, they're 165, 170 miles away.
They're close enough that you could have built somewhat of a friendship.
In one evening?
Well, you start there. You start with, hey, what's up? Let me buy you a beer. Hey, give me your phone number.
And we did, and we hung out. We had a few drinks and hung out and whatever. And, I hit on a black girl.
No, you didn't hit on a black girl. Black girl hit on you. You said, hey, AIDS patient, get away from me.
Right. Go ahead.
My point is that you are not the kind that will try to find that new friend relationship with anybody.
Okay.
That's not a bad thing. That's just a you thing.
Sure.
And you're not alone in that. There's a lot of people.
Well, somehow, some way, I became friends with you.
Well, of course.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Of course.
I'm great. Of course, you'd want to be my friend.
Okay.
No, but you became friends with me because something worked in what was already your comfort zone.
Right, but it was a commonality.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not that guy anymore. I don't think you would have a Rockin' Randy around you anymore. I don't think you would have a little Mike around you anymore.
To be honest with you, I don't know if that's true or not. It's just that I haven't met anybody of the same, I'm going to just use a term here, just say of the same ilk.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because most people that I run into or meet or whatever, and they want to know about my interests outside of work.
Right.
They have no idea what I'm talking about.
Right. Well, yeah, I get that. But again, to your point about the social media, someone that does not have a big social net has no reason for social media.
True.
Me, I mean, me, I can't go, if I throw a party here at the house, fucking 200 people show up if I do open invite.
Right.
And that's not necessarily good or bad. It's just the way it is.
But not only that, but you've been stationary since you got out of the military.
True. That is true.
I have not.
Yeah, I know. No, you're right. You're right. I'm just saying there's no reason for you to have social media.
I've relocated, I know you did throughout your military career. Mm-hmm. But through my adult life, mm-hmm. I probably stay in one place, and this is probably one of the longest times I've stayed in one place.
Sure.
On an average, I would move about every 6 years, 5 to 6 years. I would relocate.
Sure. I mean, and I've been literally here since 1992.
See, and I've been 3 places since then.
Right. Yeah. I'm not saying, what I'm saying is, with regard just to the social media aspect, again, I'm not trying to judge your life versus my life or anything. Everybody has their own comfort zones and whatnot. What I'm saying is you don't have the base of people to need or even want to use social media there.
Sure.
There's a lot of time. I'll give you an example. Tomorrow I'm going with John and Stephanie and AJ to a bar somewhere to watch the Browns game.
Okay.
Just because I've been out of town and, they wanted to get together and do something. Well, that started from Facebook. That started through social media.
Sure.
Where the initial contact came from.
Right.
And then when I was confirming it up with AJ, that went on through another social media, through Hangouts, Google Hangout.
Right.
So for me, because I have that realm of people, social media is a tool to keep in contact with. Yeah,
I understand. And I get that. I get that a lot.
You don't have that. You don't have 50 people, that are all buying for your time, because you choose not to.
Right.
And therefore, you have basically one, I think, right in your world right now. And that one will just send you a text or give you a phone call. Right?
True.
So that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you were banging 50 chicks and hanging out with another 100 guys on top of that, you would have social media. You would have a Facebook page. But you would limit it to just your friends.
Right.
And that's, in theory, that's what people are supposed to do. It's just limit it to their friends. But then everybody, again, with the Kim Kardashian fucking syndrome, well, let me see how many friends I can get. Look, I've got 2,000 friends. Don't know any of them, but I've got 2,000.
Sure.
People are stupid.
Right.
And desperate for attention in most cases.
Well, speaking of desperate for attention.
Yes.
Brings me to my next subject here.
Okay.